Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we wish you a very, very good afternoon. Good Friday 2019, the big game in town tonight. We'll see your Cheshire Phoenix taking on Manchester Giants. And the clock is going to rest at 4 minutes and we'll do the introductions. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, very, very good afternoon, very warm welcome. The talk is holding in 3 minutes. We're going to do the introductions, and we'll be 3 minutes to the start of all the game. So can I please ask you to put your hands together with a very warm welcome to our visitors for today. It is Manchester Giants. Give them a very warm welcome. Coming in at 0, welcome Dean Wonders. Coming in at 4, sponsored by Silver Joe, running out with Casper Whipper, Jalen Hayes. Coming in at 7, sponsored by Noah Jackson, running out with Xenia and Marnie, Walker, Saul, Rose, Tyson. Wearing 9, sponsored by Archie Wells, running out with Leo Garcia, Israeli Luther Deju. Coming in at 12, sponsored by Olympic Trophies, running out with Harry Hayward and Oliver Croy, Walker Lewis Sayers. Coming in at 13, sponsored by Curtis Pritchard, running out with Alice McNabb and Charlie Oakley, Daniel Law. And coming in at 34, sponsored by Daniel Whitley, running out with Thomas Jackson and Jake the Cutter, the Rock, the Holy, Steve J. Matthews. Head coach of the Phoenix, Ben Thomas, assisted by Mike Burton, Richard McNutt, and Phil Grandrick. Make some noise for the Phoenix, y'all! To start a ball game. 3 minutes.
And it's a very good afternoon to you, and welcome to the Ellesmere Port Sports Village, where there's a bit of a game on here. Reporting today, it's Mike.
I'm Mark again. Good afternoon.
Yeah,
Seems strange saying good afternoon.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. And don't come much bigger than this in terms of playoff places.
Oh man, I just all morning I've been going through my notes and looking forward to this game. And the more I'm writing, the more I'm thinking about it, the more tingly I'm getting. Now it's come to game time. I just can't wait for this game to get going. It's the biggest derby I can remember.
Yeah.
I can remember.
Yeah. Well, to put the bit of detail on those bare bones. Phoenix are in 9th place at the moment, and or 10th even. Yeah, it was 9th. It is now 10th. Yeah, and they have 26 points and 4 games, including this one, left to play. And the Giants are in 8th place. They have 28 points and they have 2 games to play, including this one. And their other one is against Leicester on Monday. Yeah, and so, and it's big.
Sorry, Sunday.
Yeah, and it is big because it's almost whoever wins this remains in with a chance. Whoever loses it will be struggling.
Yeah, I was talking to Robbie Pears before the game, just going across the way there, and I said it's like a winner stays on, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's not horrible, and it's the Northwest Derby. It's the battle in the M56. The head-to-head is up on this game as well, which could prove crucial. Yeah, and the Giants have come to Ellesmere Port Sports Village twice this season already, once in the league and once in the cup, and they won both. And the Phoenix have been to the Giants and they've won there in the league. So I don't know what that points to in terms of an outcome.
Just want the Giants' recent form to continue, because their last 5 games, one lost, so 2.
Yeah, well, I mean, this one I would say is going to be really difficult to beat. Depends who turns up, and on the one hand, on the Giants side, there's the little matter of one Willie Clayton, who averages pretty much 20 and 15, and in fact is very close to taking the BBL all-time first as a rebounder. He's on averaging 14.9 at the moment. If he keeps up that average, he will end up by the end of the season, well, by Sunday, in fact, as the most prolific rebounder in the history of the BBL, replacing one Antonio Garcia, right, which is a name for people even a little older than me, I think, to recall. So we're seconds away from tip now, which will be competed for between Jalen Hayes, number 4 for the Phoenix, and Willie Clayton, 21, for the Giants. And we're underway. And a bit scrappy, but it ends up in the hands of the Giants, and it's Mike McCall Jr. Clayton in one of his favoured positions. Fails to convert, and the Phoenix come away.
Missed the putback as well.
Not usually a good idea to give him too many chances.
No. Something that the Phoenix have got to learn as well. Giving anyone too many second chances.
Jalen Hayes, inside and out, past Clayton and in for the opening basket of the game. McCall finds Clayton, who finds himself under the basket and is called for the travelling violation.
Matchups are going to be key as well today. I think it's obviously the obvious one. The two big guys, CJ and Willie.
Clayton with the first of his rebounds of the day. Certainly won't be the last. Held ball in the key there, which means that possession will revert to the Phoenix.
It's a great try from Butler. He's obviously looking to take people on one-on-one. Unfortunate there, not making the layup.
Hayes from outside the key for 3.
Jalen's feeling it, obviously. 5 points going to him.
Call from outside the key. Clang of iron, and Noor comes away. Does it all himself with the little twist and turn. And the 7-point lead that the Phoenix had taken in the first 2.25 minutes causes Coach Byrne to call the first timeout of the game. Clearly has got to suggest 1 or 2 little adjustments, I think.
Absolutely very early to call a timeout, and just the start the Phoenix wanted. Coach Thomas must be very, very pleased with the way they've got out of the blocks today. Quite opposite from the way Manchester started against Sheffield on Wednesday. It was the opposite, completely opposite way around. I mean, the game was almost done halfway through the first quarter on Wednesday night. It was incredible. Certainly dead and buried by half time. So on the final, on the back foot here.
Just a little reminder to you what this game in particular, as well as the culmination of the rest of the season, is the Benecos Basketball Playoff Finals, which will take place at the O2 on the 19th of May. Tickets are available, as you can see, at axs.com. Players are now back on the court. And it will be Torrey Butler to inbound. Some pressure there from... And the pressure paid off, the ball stolen away, and Phoenix now 9 to the good. call to Clayton. Lines up against Gettys. Ball is out with Butler. Hits the ring. And Hayes pulls it down safely. Gives it to Noel. Who obviously finds playing at lunchtime agreeable as he slots another 3.
Incredible start here for the Phoenix. Nothing going the Giants' way so far.
So they always say these are games of runs.
Yeah.
And what Phoenix can do, so can the Giants. And there's the first 3 of the afternoon for Mike McCall Jr. Opens the Giants' account. CJ up against Greenwich.
Oh, beautiful play there between Jalen Hayes and Dijon.
Cool there from Hayes. He took his time, went for the shot he wanted, not the one he had to straight away. Push called on Latinovic there.
Just a little nudge put him off balance. Quite clear in the referee's eye.
Called on the floor though, so no free throws.
Clayton strong under the basket there. Yeah. Evading the double team that Phoenix are imposing every time he gets the ball down in that low post.
Alan Jordan makes some space for himself.
Oh, what a great drive.
Caught as he goes up, but still manages to control the shot. And he will go to the line for the bonus.
Superb drive from Dijon. Saw that half a yard he needed. Drove it in very, very strong. With 2 men on him. Managed to convert for the M1.
Which he claims.
Succeeds. Good hands there by Chilo. Just got a little bit of piece of that.
And Daniel Knoll finds another 3 from somewhere.
Before you know it, blink of an eye, halfway through the first, and there's a 15-point gap.
Callum Jones looking for an opening, goes across the key, gives it out to Torrey Butler.
24-second violation as well there.
It's a hassle by Knoll and Jalen Hayes in defence there. Willie Clayton feels as though he was fouled.
Referee just explaining why he didn't give it. The intensity that the Phoenix have started this game with defensively is incredible. If it had been playing like this in the last few weeks, they wouldn't be in this position, that's for sure. Certainly not giving the Giants the second looks so far.
Rebound there from Knoll. Sayers finds Knoll into Gettys. He's short.
And the Phoenix ball. Good strong work from Hayes. Forcing, I think it was Clayton, was it?
I think so, yeah, to put that. Yeah. Callum Jones with a hand in there, but it goes across the arm of the Phoenix player.
Great drive from Norn again. Superb. He just saw that gap.
Made by CJ Getty's screen. He's getting just a little bit.
Made the most of it, and that was the third phase of that particular Phoenix attack.
Leo's put in his get that right, put my teeth back in again. Louis Sayers.
Wow.
Putting his hand up to the foul there. As Clayton, where he so often is, taking the ball off each other now, the Giants. So Callum Jones has to come back. And the ball goes loose, picked up by Gettys, who's driving forward, goes all the way. Is clipped on his way through. I don't think he's run that far for a basket all season.
It's
not about to start now.
Yeah, he's blowing a bit after that. Phoenix new 7-foot point guard taking it coast to coast.
But he's on the line for two. First one's good. And the second. Score stands at 24 to the Phoenix, 5 to the Giants. There's 3.5 minutes of the first quarter to play. Bankovic, who quite often has been the bane of the Phoenix life with his three-point shooting. This time he goes inside and gives the ball to Clayton, who converts with some ease.
Yeah, smart play by Bankovic there. Found Clayton open. Going to be a foul there. Got a half a yard in front of him.
At least a stride on him there, which meant that anything was better. But he bumped him, and foul obviously given on the floor there. Back to McCall. Pick and roll there from. Daniel Nall there on the arm of Granic as he drove into the space.
Lovely pick and roll move.
Granic misses the first.
A 75% shooter from the line this season. That makes it 50% that occasion.
Yeah. Deju spins, goes up.
Oh, what a great move from Dizzy.
Then it goes for two.
Strong to the basket again there.
Yes. Deju, the yards behind his man there. Floater from Bankovic brings the Giants into double figures. Just over 2 minutes of the quarter to go. Sayers, Gettys.
Still CJ wraps it around. Jalen Hayes.
Blocking foul called on James Jones there, which means that Jalen Hayes will go to the line for two. Ball string from Hayes for the first shot. 5-1. Slight kiss off the ring, but it still counts. 28-10. 1:55 of the quarter to go. Bankovic, no look pass there. Ball off the ring, it's to Clayton. And it doesn't really matter whether you put 2 or 3 on him, he can still find a way through, round, over. Swatted away by Clayton, but the ball on its way down. Basket interference called. So the 2 is good, and a chance for a 3rd.
Great drive again by Daniel. Takes him on to 14 personal points for the night so far. Might have 15. Scored more than Giants have collectively so far.
90 seconds after playing the first.
Bankovic drives. Clayton is there. I think to be fair, that was actually an assault rather than a foul. He was just absolutely sacked Clayton there as he went up for the rebound.
Dan's second. So Ben Thomas taking him off.
1:20 of the first quarter to go. Clayton on the line. Opportunity for 2. He misses 1.
Free throw in, not Mr. Clayton's strong point.
I think if he did that as well as he did everything else in the offensive line, and he might be playing in a different league than this.
Yeah.
So 1 out of 2 there brings the Giants to 13. Minute 20 of the first quarter to go. Phoenix on the high side with 31. Dijon Allen Jordan back on court. Deju drives. Behind his back pass, out to Hayes. Hits the ring. And Bankovic is there to tidy up. James Jones. To Torrey Butler. Inside to Granic. Throws one up.
Call against Callum Jones there. Not liked by the Giants fans in the house. Not liked by the Giants bench either. All looks on their faces and Callum himself. So that takes Sol to the line for 2. The Giants being in the penalty. In fact, both teams are in the penalty soon.
It's good for 1. And the second. 45 of the quarter to play. Callum Jones making the play now.
Keeps up the Knicks 100% from the free throw line, 8 from 8 so far this quarter.
Jones out to Bankovic. Hits the ring, and it's Dijon Allen Jordan there to play off the glass.
There's about a 5-second differential on the shot clock here. Giants will try and make the most of this one.
They failed to do so. And there is Dizzy Lufadeju attempting to do a Daniel Norl from his own half. Fails to convert. But nonetheless, I think Ben Thomas will be happy with his charges for that particular quarter. In the first 10 minutes, Phoenix have scored 33 points. But I think significantly they've kept the Giants down to 13. there's been some inspiring shooting from the Phoenix, particularly Daniel Knoll, who seems to, pretty much every time he gets the ball in his hands, he finds a way to score. Giants not being their usual incisive self, particularly Clayton under the ring, but that's in some ways his credit to the pressure that Phoenix are putting on him in defence. Usually legal, but not always.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the Phoenix D has stepped up big time.
The consistent thing about the Phoenix this season has been their inconsistency.
That's correct.
And they do, at times, although they do manage to grab victory from the throat of defeat, they're also capable of doing it exactly the other way around.
That's right, yeah. What a superb start for the Phoenix. That's exactly what Coach Thomas would have asked for them in the first half. First quarter, I should say.
Interplay between the two Jones brothers there, and it's James who, with a sweet three-pointer, takes the first 3 points of the quarter. Lufadeju finds, rolls Tyson, it's inside to Hayes, who misses, very nearly manages to get the ball off of Jones. Call overruled there. James Jones was absolutely convinced that it had gone off a Phoenix player. The Phoenix players equally convinced that it didn't.
It's one of them calls, whichever way it's going to go, one of them disagrees.
Yeah. There's Clayton.
Good D again from the Phoenix.
But they still managed to give it away.
Yeah.
Canny work from Bankovic there to throw the ball off the Phoenix defender. And I think there may be a connection between the fact that Willie Clayton has stepped back on court. And Gettys has also.
Well, yeah. He's going to have to put a shift in this afternoon, CJ. He's going to stop play. That's for sure.
Rolls Tyson unable to take that ball cleanly. Propelled at him with a fair amount of force.
Went at him with a fair lick, didn't it?
Callan Jones thinks he sees a space. Bankovic does. Off the ring. Grabbed eventually by Gettys.
Clayton out crowded out again in that underneath the basket there. Knicks defence doing well.
Good hands in there by Jones. It's to Butler. Bodies all over the show. Dijon Allen Jordan there, judged to have fouled Butler on the drive. And Ben Thomas is the coach this time who early on in the quarter has to call for the timeout as the Giants appear to be establishing a bit of momentum on their part.
Yeah, not too much damage though at the moment. Giants scoring the first 3 points of the quarter, nearly 2 gone in it. Phoenix yet to trouble the scorers this quarter, but Coach Thomas wants to talk it through because the momentum just seems to be switching a little bit. Giants started off a lot better, getting a few more open looks, and he obviously wants to make a difference to the way that's going to be happening in this quarter now.
Just another little nod to the playoffs there, the benecos BBL Play-Offs. Tickets available at axs.com.
I'll say before also, it was nice to see James Jones back in action. He suffered a terrible injury, and the game against the Phoenix down at Manchester's, I think it was their last game, wasn't it?
Their last game.
In the Trafford Centre, near the Trafford Centre.
The freezing dome.
Yeah. I think it was touch and go whether he was going to see much more of the season, so it's certainly nice to see him back and in good shape.
Yeah. Bankovic's on the line. This first one is good. And his second.
No, back into the action as well. Leading scorer, game high, 15 points. And not missed a thing so far. 100% from everywhere he's shot the ball.
Latinovic trying out his three-point shot for size, hits the ring. Clayton swallows the rebound.
Great scrap in there from Dijon. Had a little chat about it while they were sat down there. Both congratulating each other, no doubt, on the
Absolutely,
efforts.
Yes. Well played, sir.
That's right, yeah. Just to see how that one simmers throughout the rest of the game now. Angus looking with a determined look on his face there.
The changing of the Joneses. James takes a seat, Callum comes back in.
Slight delay here.
Something.
No, it's on the team
clock,
fouls, I think.
Yeah.
Nice play. Clayton looking just to be a little bit subtle there, but the referee saw it. Got his body in the way of that lob pass to CJ.
He sends CJ to the line for two. First one thinks about it, finally decides in CJ's favour.
He's got the scoreboard moving again in this quarter for the Phoenix.
And the second one is also good. 35-18, the Phoenix lead. Callum Jones. Finds Torrey Butler, drives into the key, kicks it out to Bankovic, hits the ring. Alan Jordan takes the key.
No!
Oh, the alley-oop conversion there from Gettys, and a disturbing sight for all Giants.
Yeah.
There's the sight of Willie Clayton lying in a heap down under the basket at the far end of the court.
Caught one in the face, didn't he?
I think so, by the look of it.
Rebound with Dijon.
Dean Wanless is suggesting to the bench that that he got a blow of some kind to the face. He's taking a seat, I think, while he gathers himself. I have a very strong suspicion it won't make him any less committed, though.
No, I think even more so. He's back on the subs bench. He's back into the fray in no time.
Good spin there from Jones.
I managed to get that back well.
Yeah. Oof. Blocking foul there by Hayes on Greenwich. Means that Greenwich will go to the line for 2. Bankovic takes a seat. Clayton returns to the fray.
So that tells me Mr. Gettys is going to have to step up his game another notch, I think, as well. But I think Mr. Clayton is going to do exactly the same. He comes back in a determined fashion.
They are discussing the weather, obviously, together there on the Greenwich 1 of 2 again. Noel to Hayes. Back to Noel. Finds Latinovic. Drives. And it's Torrey Butler who comes up with the ball.
Oh, great steal there from Murta. Oh, beautiful play. That was lovely interpassing there from the Phoenix on the fast break.
Yeah, no hurry there. They just find the man who's in a better position than they are.
That was smart play. Oh, beautiful from McCall.
Nice shot from McCall there as he leans back into it.
A little fake for the 3. Bought himself a bit of space with a 17-foot jumper. All string.
Oh, rebound off Clayton to Noel.
I think he was surprised at it.
Noel actually did celebrate his birthday this week,
oh,
I think.
Once!
And he
Six
certainly
one from
took
the corner
advantage
again.
of that.
He is on fire. Takes into a game-high 18 points and still 100% shooting.
And there's Clayton doing what Clayton does. And CJ Gettys puts his hands up. What else can he do? Conor Murta. Looking for an outlet. Gets Daniel Noel.
Oh, and again! It doesn't matter where he shoots it from, it's going in.
One look, one shot, one three-pointer. Torrey Butler tries the same.
Oh!
There's Jalen Hayes trying to add one to the showboat reel.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, probably thinks that Daniel Noel is the same height as he is, as the ball goes about a foot over his head and out into the crowd.
He could have and probably should have took that himself there.
Callum Jones, ducking and weaving, out to McCall. Tim with Greenwich. Is taken on the arm by Hayes. And Greenwich will go to the line for 2.
So he's his second foul of the night. Joins Noel on 2. Fouls being spread out the rest of the team. Both the Jones brothers on 2 as well for the Giants, so no one in real danger at the moment, but just on the cusp there. 4.5 to go in the second.
Real hustle there from Clayton to get the ball back. Greenwich misses the second shot. Clayton fights for it.
He's playing like a man possessed there. He was no way he was going to come away with that. Not getting something from that.
Callum Jones spins.
Nice, great move from Jones. That's his trademark move. Drive down the centre of the key, spin, and lays it in nicely and gets the and one for his troubles as well. I mean, that sends the Phoenix into the penalty in this quarter.
4 and a bit minutes to go as well. Giants 27, Phoenix 45. Noel finds his way past McCall and misses his first shot of the game. Throws his arms out as though he felt might have been impeded. Granic hits the ring. Murta cleans up. Noel takes it on. Last couple of offences, Phoenix have been trying a bit hard to do things the spectacular way, where what has shown previously in the game that is if they think about it, but look for the good shots rather than the circus one, it usually holds them in better stead.
Yeah, I think they're just going to be. They look like they're trying to win it by half time. It's not going to happen. So I think that's what Coach Thomas is going to try and instill into them, just to calm it down. Yeah. Just run a bit of the clock down and play like they played in that first quarter, like you said, Mike. At the end of the day, you know, that's the way it's been working for them. Moving the ball around nicely, finding the open man, finding the easy looks, and getting the points at the end of it. Still a superb start for the Phoenix. Definitely the one that they wanted. 18 points to the good.
They do need, though, to consolidate now and not get carried away, because Giants will come again. There is no doubt about that. And then danger men who haven't really performed up to their usual standards. Clayton, to a certain extent, Torrey, Butler, and Mike McCall can usually be relied upon to put up some decent figures. So they're not going to spend 40 minutes underachieving, I don't feel.
Now Butler's remain pointless at the moment. Jones, Granic only on 3 apiece. McCall only on 5. And Ingus Bankovic has only scored 4 himself. So averages are averages for a reason, aren't they? So they're going to come back. They're going to come back.
Bankovic into Jones. There's that spin. Oops. Oops. As Lufedeju goes over his back. The foul is called on the floor there, so McCall will inbound from the back line. Oh, Phoenix, as you remarked, were in the penalty. So Callum Jones will go to the line.
Phoenix assistant coaches haven't realised that.
Jones takes full advantage. Hayes. Gets it to Gettys. Out to Noel.
Oh my goodness.
He's obviously happier from 3 than he is from 2.
Each one of these, that's his 5th triple of the night. He's not missed one yet. And every one he's shot from has been a step backwards. He's shooting from the town centre come the end of the game if that carries on.
Less than 3 of the quarter to go. Phoenix lead by 19 points.
That was a big play for Phoenix there. They needed that to get the scoreboard going again.
Yeah, the 3 and the stop, and suddenly we look in for. Willie Clayton called for an off-the-ball foul.
Yeah.
The usual big grin and shake of heads from Clayton. What me couldn't possibly have been. He's entirely innocent for the entire season.
Absolutely, yeah. Along with most of the other basketball league.
Absolutely, yes. Lufedeju makes good space for himself and floats home the 2. Phoenix half century up, 2 minutes 30 of the quarter to play. McCall finds Bankovic, and uncharacteristically, he went straight into his shot, which is a work of art when it goes, but generally it doesn't hit the ring and come out.
No. An uncontested rebound there for CJ as well, unusually as well for tonight. Bankovic's first foul there, just a bit of a clumsy one.
Hayes to inbounds. It's with Lufadeju. Finds Hayes. And that smooth, casual shot of his hits another three.
It's the seventh three-pointer of this quarter, this half for the Phoenix from 11 attempts. Oh,
swatted away by Alan Jordan. McCall.
Oh,
hand in there by Alan Jordan, but Clayton does well to recover. But they can't get it in quickly enough. The shot clock runs down to 0 and Phoenix reclaim. Sometimes when things aren't going for you, they don't go.
No, it's not the Giants' half at the moment. On the receiving end of what they were dishing out on Wednesday night. Oh, beautiful work from Dizzy into CJ. That was great play.
Clayson.
Oh, what a block from Dijon!
There's some spirited discussion going on there, which might have some connection with the fact that Alan Jordan feels that he was
referees are discussing it here as well.
Was the innocent party there? They're claiming that an elbow was thrown at Alan Jordan.
So there's a multitude of fouls being dished out there, and it's going to result in Dijon picking up a couple there. He's going to pick up one for the first foul, and he's going to pick up a technical. And Bankovic is picking up a technical alongside him as well for the coming together afterwards. So I presume the two technicals will cancel each other out, will they? I don't know. Because they're going straight to the line for the initial foul.
And he's missed that as well. But he actually cashes in by being able to score a 3 from the corner pocket. Phoenix 55, Giants 31. Foul called, offensive foul called there on Latinovic. Or on CJ, as he says.
Yeah, it was an offensive foul, moving screen, I think, on the block. Everything's swung towards the Giants' way at the moment. Getting all the calls. Coach Thomas very unhappy about this.
Clayson. Hands it to McCall. And Clayson
puts the rebound
cleans
in.
up. No shot clock as the game clock is within that time. Alan Jordan taking the air out of the ball and to ensure that there's only going to be one shot there.
A bit quick on that, I think. There's still 5.6 to go. It's going to give the Giants another look after this one. So things heating up at the end of that quarter. It's getting a little bit tasty again. Similar to the
picks the first.
Similar to the last meeting down at the Giants' place that these guys had.
And he scores both. 5.6 seconds left to go. Some tactical substitutions taking place. And some pressure being exerted. Bankovitz.
He's allowed to get away that shot away quite too easily for my money, but still couldn't convert it.
No, it missed by quite a considerable amount. Actually, there was never going to be time to do anything with the rebound because there was only 5 seconds left.
No.
So, an opportunity lost there by the Giants right at the end to pin back that lead. So, after 20 minutes of, should we say, frenetic,
pulsating
basketball, the Phoenix are on the high side by 57 points to 33. Just some signs there towards the end of that quarter that tempers were getting just a little short, I think, and lots at stake for both teams.
Absolutely, yeah. It could be in for a tasty second half.
Yeah, these things can happen. But Phoenix will feel happy that they are up by 24 points, and certainly plenty to look forward to in the second half. If you'd like to join us in about 12 or 13 minutes' time. And it's welcome back to the Ellesmere Port Sports Arena. You're just in time to catch the second half of this crucial battle for the playoff places between the Cheshire Phoenix and the Manchester Giants. And it has been a truly pulsating first half that we've had in front of us. The Phoenix up by 57 points to 33, and that scoreline covers a variety of stories, doesn't it, Mark?
Oh, it does, yeah. Yeah, superb first half performance from the Phoenix. Made up of a couple of real key stats there. Points in the paint. They've been killing the Giants inside. 22 points they've hit inside the paint to just Giants 12. But that's been complemented as well by 21 points from the three-point line. A bit 7 from 11. 5 of them coming from Daniel Knoll. 100% record so far from him. So, I mean, that's got to be the ultimate danger, hasn't it? You know, you cause some trouble inside, so the players are sagging off, the defence is sagging off to try and eliminate that threat inside, so they're dropping the ball back out to the guys on the perimeter who are knocking it down. They step out to stop the three-point line, open up the space inside, lo and behold, they're knocking it down from there. And so it's almost perfect, really, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the perfect storm.
Absolutely.
There for Manchester to face.
And complemented on the charity stripe as well, finishing off the scoring. They've knocked 12 from 12 down from there, so 100% on there. And the overall scoring between the two teams again tells the whole story. 63% from the three-point line compared to 15% for the Giants, and 66%, 12 from 18 from the two-point range compared to 39% for the Giants. So
we're underway again. Phoenix with the first offence.
Oh, nice play by Hayes.
Even when Knoll conspires to miss one, there's Jalen Hayes there to pick up the pieces and claim 2 for himself, taking him to 16 points in the game.
A nice, cool, calm finish from Hayes as well with it. Clayton.
There's the pick and roll again for Clayton, but he couldn't gather it smoothly. Nice. But McCall is there, if you like, to do a Knoll and to finish off with a very smooth 3. Nice
smooth 3. We were in the perfect spot there. That was one of them shots. As soon as it left his hand, there was only one place it was going to end up.
Latinovic's shot. Bankovic is away, and he converts. It's quite clear that Callum Jones is on a mission in this half to stay close to Knoll and to limit his firepower.
I think he came out of the changing rooms with him, didn't he? Oh.
2 opportunities and they don't make the most of it. Clayton cleans up. Well, that's a Bankovic, but he's put his foot out of court.
Unfortunate there from Bankovic. Just took that tiny step back. Saw him tip the line. And nailed the 3 as well.
Hayes doing what he's done on a number of occasions this season. He had no chance of getting that ball back legally, so he may just as well have let it go, but he gives up a foul. And it's his 3rd.
Yeah. Tends to pick him up in bunches as well, Hayes, so he needs to be careful now.
Bankovic this time keeps his feet inside, picks up the 3, and Giants enter the 40s.
Reply, that's the thing that Phoenix needed there.
First time Latinovic has managed to get one of those 3s on.
That's his 4th. Dijon's 4th foul. He's going to be careful now.
largely because of that incident involving the technicals.
Miscommunication there from the Giants. Bankovic going on his cut, not realising the ball was coming over to him. Dijon decided he's going to make the most of it while he's on court.
McCall.
There's been some sort of confusion on the number of fouls that. Some sort of confusion on fouls that the Dijon's on. I think it's because of his technical before. He picked up two, didn't he, in that incident with Bankovic?
Yeah, there was the personal foul and the technical, so that counted too.
Put him on 3. Yeah. He was already on a foul by then, so.
Phoenix on 3 fouls in this quarter as well, with only 3 minutes gone. That's one way of getting a second opportunity at a dribble.
Oh, beautiful play from the Phoenix, right on the buzzer.
Couldn't have done better if they'd planned it.
That's it, that could be a big play. Big play in the grand scheme of things in this game.
Drives. Finds Bankovic, it's out to Jones. Bankovic goes again. And it's Hayes who pulls the ball off the glass. And Noel brings the Phoenix forward again.
We talk about this game being a game of momentums. Giants started flying in this half. Oh, CJ getting on the act from mid-range.
For anybody else, that would have been a jump shot.
Reached it in.
Yeah.
But the Phoenix stem the flow from the Giants and got their noses back in front in terms of this quarter score as well.
Yeah. Clayton turns provider there, makes the space, dishes it off to Greenwich, who has time to flush it home. Hayes looking around, thinking about his options. Gettys with Clayton in his face. Off the ring, another rebound for Clayton, who had a double-double in the first half.
Oh, it was a great drive by McCall. He'd done all the hard work, just tried to float it in, just off the back iron. Nothing doing. Seems to be the tale for the Giants this afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh!
CJ does 3.
Wow!
Well, that'll be
That's
one
a
for
rare
his
sight. Yeah.
His highlight reel.
That extends the lead. Phoenix lead now to 30 points.
CJ
he's
caught his ankle there as he went up
there. He's not
court.
looking good.
Yeah.
That's for sure. He's just let out a huge scream. Doesn't feel good.
So there's pause in play, although I don't think they will be able to pause it very much because he's off court.
So Coach Thomas is going to have to get someone on.
So Sol Rolls Tyson will take his place.
Back of that big play as well from CJ, knocking down that huge 3.
Yeah, looking at the replay, it looks as though Clayton landed on CJ's ankle. Clayton attempting to put Greenwich in again, but Rolls Tyson quick in with the hand.
Now
gives the ball away. As Torrey Butler thought he'd opened his account then. But Rolls Tyson attempt to make up for the turnover he'd given up.
Yeah, a little bit lax there.
Yeah. Butler makes the first. And the second. There's a high possibility that Phoenix will try to slow things down now while they wait and see what the damage to Gettys is.
Good drive from Noel, forcing the foul from Clayton. Puts him on 3. He's got to be careful as well now. So yeah, like you say, Mike, I think Phoenix needs to take a bit of air out of the ball, run some of this clock down, certainly while they're a bit depleted. Dijon and CJ being out of the action at the moment.
That's a bit fortunate there for the Phoenix. That's Latinovic having missed the shot. Got a lucky rebound. Referee is saying there that Rolls Tyson pushed off his defender when he went to get that ball. And as Phoenix have been in the penalty for the best part of 3 minutes now already, it just sends. I know it's an offensive foul, so it doesn't.
No.
Yeah. The ball hits the ring, and Butler is able to pick up the scraps and put the ball in.
Got in there really when he should had no right to do, but he was the first to react. And when he's first to react again, and he's unlucky. That was very unfortunate there.
Very, very quick hands and into it there.
Another strip. That's the second steal he's had in quick succession. The first one off Rolls Tyson only a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
Got
Maybe there's a lesson there for the Phoenix to take more care of the ball.
Absolutely. Yeah, he got in between the two Phoenix players there and just stumbled on his way through. Great work, just unfortunate.
James Jones now with the job of getting a hold of Daniel Noel. Lefadejou is short. Clayton gets his cheapest rebound of the.
Coach Thomas not happy with the proceedings and called a timeout.
Yes, ever since the Gettys injury, Phoenix have lost focus, and Giants have been attacking at will, going through pretty much at will.
That's right. Yeah, need to get to regroup again, get their minds back on it.
3 minutes of the third to go, and
reaction from the Phoenix crowd, seeing CJ return back to the bench.
Yeah,
a nice pack
did
on his
see
ankle,
the physio there going up with enough ice for a cocktail party to apply to his ankle. There's a lot of weight that goes onto an ankle when you're 7 foot.
Yeah, a lot of weight came down on it from Clayton as well.
Yeah.
Just one of those unfortunate incidents that can end up in a nasty injury. Unfortunately, he's limping at least.
Yeah. I think we won't see a great deal of him.
No, it doesn't look like it. His boots off, his ice on it.
Yeah. I think it would only be a case of extreme emergency if he was called back into play again. There's too much at stake in the rest of the season to risk an injury there.
Through this one now. Yeah. They've got enough of a cushion. Hopefully. Well, if they keep
They
doing
lost
that,
the ball again, and it's Torrey Butler who gets it. Puts it out, McCall hits the ring, and it's Knoll who's able to pick up the rebound after it bounces off another player. Spin there. Knoll is fouled on the floor. Phoenix will inbound.
The Giants unable to make any inroads into the Phoenix lead. Oh, now the Phoenix are really throwing it away. So Phoenix definitely need to regroup, get a grip of this. I say at the moment the Giants have not had to make any inroads into the Phoenix lead. 16 points apiece in this quarter. So .220 to go. Giants could make a serious dent in this if the Phoenix keep turning the ball over, and if the Giants keep knocking the threes down like that.
Giants have obviously decided that it's the pressure defense that they need in order to try it. As Clayton snaffles another rebound, and forward come the Giants again.
Wow, that's a rare miss from that range from Callum Jones.
Yeah,
and then only gimmies as far as he's concerned.
Hayes able to claim the rebound with some ease. Hits the ring.
Oh, great rebound from Daniel Norland, putting Clayton under a load of pressure.
Lafadejou takes a seat. Connor Mercer replaces him. I think he's getting the lecture for giving the backcourt violation away.
Not doing what he's supposed to be doing on court, I think, is the general thing.
Yeah.
So. Shot clock getting down as well for the Phoenix here. Nice spin from Hayes. And the killer blow!
Lewis Sayers from the corner pocket.
Get on the buzzer.
Butler, floater.
Bodies flying all over the place.
Foul called on Jalen Hayes.
That's Hayes' fourth, I think, is it? Yeah, it will be. That's Hayes' fourth foul.
And that's what Coach Thomas was calling the referee's attention to before. There's been 4 up against him before,
was
only 3 in the book.
Oh, I didn't see that, right.
So, just over a minute of the third to go. The Giants trail by 24, but Torrey Butler is on the line for 2.
Vital score, that 3 from the corner from Sayers there. Brought a bit of parity back to the scores in this quarter. Ties it up at 19 apiece for this quarter to maintain the Phoenix lead. Butler's making inroads into that again now from the free throw line.
Claims the both. So the gap is 22. Daniel Knoll with McCall in his face. Gets the ball back again. Latinovic
Oh,
and he finds a
massive
three from the other side.
Huge three from Chilo.
He hasn't been as prolific today as he has on some other occasions, but they've been important.
Yeah.
And there's Clayton
Yeah.
missing one that is normally just a routine finish for him. Seemed to grab at his shot.
And again, Chilo has been done in the past. Oh, Salt rolls Tyson in. Oh.
Did the difficult bits.
Yeah.
And then missed the shot.
I think he had too much of Clayton in his eye.
James Jones there, rolling back the clock. Clayton pulls it down and finishes the quarter with Phoenix 22 to the good and 10 minutes of basketball to come.
Wow.
So
an end to that quarter as well.
As we see, CJ Getty's testing out his foot on the hardwood there, but I suspect the answer is going to be no.
Yeah. He's still got it iced up.
Yeah, he only has one shoe on, and he is wearing a rather fetching see-through bag of ice as well, which probably suggests that unless there's some kind of real turn-up.
So another big quarter there for the Phoenix. Maintaining that lead. In fact, even stretching it out by a point, winning that quarter. Sorry, no, the Giants pulling it back by 2, I should say. But not enough really to affect much in the grand scheme of things. Going into the final stanza with the Phoenix 22 points to the good.
Yeah, well, with Hayes on 4 fouls, Dijon Allen Jordan on 4 fouls, and Getty's probably out the game.
Yeah.
And doesn't mean
this is over by any
stretch of the imagination. So they come back out for an important 10 minutes here. Phoenix up by 22. But with 3 key players, and inconvenienced, I think, is one way of putting it all together.
We're going to see the Giants really going for it in this final quarter as well. Both teams needing this 2 points in that tight, packed battle for the final playoff spots in this season. Things really hotting up coming into this final week. Oh, and turning over as well.
Lewis Sayers there with it. And Giants combine well there for Torrey Butler to put in the 2. Tale of 2 turnovers there, and Giants able to take advantage of it. Latinovic to Sayers, out to Mercer. Latinovic spots up, hits the ring, and there's no rebounding presence in there for the Phoenix. So away come. Foul there by Connor Mercer on Bankovic. And McCall.
Nothing more than a coming together, that was it really.
Phoenix rattling up the fouls again in the first minutes of the quarter.
Yeah, I think it's a case for cool, calm heads here as far as the Phoenix are concerned. Otherwise, this could get away from them very, very quickly.
Butler.
This time it's James Jones stepping out of bounds.
Looks accusingly at the court as though it had done it on purpose to him.
He just set off on that drive then and just dragged his back foot over the line. Again, not what the Giants needed. They're just starting to get that bit of momentum, that little bit of a run, threatening to start. And it going against them there with little mistakes.
Foul by Butler on Latinovic there. That's his third.
It's not too dissimilar to how things have panned out for the Phoenix in the last couple of weeks. Made good runs against Leicester and Rock's home games.
And there's Noel, who took a quarter off really in the last one, but manages to find one there.
Yeah, remained pointless in that in that third quarter.
McCall bringing back 2 instantaneously. Mercer had 2 goes. Rolls Tyson had 1. And was that Lewis Sayers who knocked that down?
Was, yeah. Big 3 from Sayers, yeah.
And Rolls Tyson catches a severe offensive foul from the referee as he has an elbow in the chest.
Yeah.
And we see Dijon Allen Jordan back to see how long he can make his final foul. And last.
Yeah. Phoenix has stretched that point, stretched the lead back out to 24 again with that 3 Sayers nailed.
Bankovic finds Granic inside. Sayers with the bump.
It's only his second, so he's got a few to give.
Sending Granic to the line. Granic who had an extended rest in the third as well.
Yeah.
Puts away the first.
Affected his shooting.
Gets both. Noel urging Rolls Tyson forward. Ball is with Rolls Tyson. Gives it to Alan Jordan. Latinovic. His floater for 2.
That was a nice 2. Nice, well worked with Sol there.
Well timed.
Yeah.
McCall's attempt. Bit slack there by Phoenix in defence. Allows Jones a second chance, which he puts in.
Great
Looks
work.
pleadingly at the referee for a foul.
Yeah, great work.
But I think it existed largely in his head.
Yeah, great work from Callum there.
They're queuing up. And eventually,
I don't know how Dijon managed to
Torrey
get that.
Butler pulls on Alan Jordan's arm, and I think that will be Torrey Butler's 4th.
I don't know. Dijon had no right to get that first rebound. That's all.
But he should have got the first shot, to
Well,
be honest.
yeah,
So he
yeah,
was obviously
yeah.
trying to make up for that.
Took a huge stride forward.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the momentum that just took his shot away as well.
Alan Jordan gets both, and the Phoenix are up by 24 again. And Jones floats one off the ring.
One.
And that towering figure of Daniel Noel pulls the ball away.
Oh, and then
Gives
it away.
away.
And Giants can try to do the same thing.
And Sol Rolls Tyson claims 2 the most straightforward points he would have scored, but he does it in the most emphatic way possible. And Phoenix enter the 90s, and the lead extends to 26 points with 6.5 to go. So an outbreak of turnovers there from both teams.
Yeah, it got a little bit scrappy then, didn't it?
Yeah, and the final one, ball given away by the Giants, allows Sol Rolls Tyson to claim the 2. And another reminder for you, if you're looking for tickets for the Benecos BBL Playoff Finals, culmination of what has been, in lots of ways, a truly outstanding season, with all kinds of different people winning trophies, and the fight for the playoff places going down. Even with just over a week of the season to go, there's only 3 teams that have definitely qualified for the playoffs. So it's how it should be, but it's not good for your nerves.
No. Incredible end into the season. All the matches that's going on, even just today alone, and this is the first of 4 games today, isn't it? So
McCall thinking he has to do it on his own, gives it out to Jones, thinks about the shot, takes it in a bit closer, gives it to Granic, it's into Clayton, who receives ball and Latinovic at exactly the same moment.
The call was before that on Salt Rolls Tyson.
Ball is out with Clayton. Hands it off to McCall.
Shot clock dropping down.
Granic, McCall unleashes, and Noel is able to pick up the ball unopposed under the ring. Alan Jordan. Rolls Tyson. Puts his shot up, probably had too long for that one. There's Bankovic running through. Alan Jordan, unsurprisingly, says, after you, sir.
Yeah.
Wasn't worth it for
No,
the loss of him for the rest of the game.
No. Not at all.
It's Noel. Alan Jordan floats one, hits the ring, and Jones comes away again. It's with Bankovic, lines it up, hits the ring again, and Alan Jordan cleans up. Noel hits the ring, McCall gets the ball, a flying interception by... And there was Alan Jordan turning defence into attack with a fine interception and a flying quarterback pass, and Bankovic is caused to bump Rolls Tyson as he looks as though he might be going through, and the possession remains with the Phoenix with just under 5 minutes of the quarter left to play. 24 points the difference. Noel in slow motion.
Coach Thomas calling for cool heads again. Oh, big rebound from Hayes.
And he scores 2. And he's coming to see whether he can make his last foul last. Ball is out with Jones. It's out to Torrey Butler now.
That was a huge rebound before from Hayes. His arm rose right through the crowd.
Butler loses his feet there, called for a travelling violation, and Phoenix will make more progress. Hayes finds Alan Jordan.
Wow, nice two from Lewis Hayes.
Yeah. Spin and little hook. 95 to 67. Torrey Butler receives an assist there from Clayton. Clayton's having an effective all-round game here, and might have missed some of the shots you would have expected him to take. But what he also does...
Oh! Unusual from Dijon, not quite getting up enough.
No.
Looking for the spectacular stuff
slam
there.
Clayton claims his 2. And Daniel Noel blown for the foul on Clayton. 3.5 to go. This from Clayton to bring it to a 22-point game. but he fails. But Granic was paying more attention than the Phoenix defenders. Butler finds Granic again. Sloppy there from the Phoenix.
Yeah, just
should
switching off
have given
completely,
and they've given it away again.
Yeah.
Clayton rebounds. He spins. They're just about managing to keep hold of the ball there as the clock runs down. And Butler really making it tell. And it's down to 19 now with just under 3 to play. Again, pressure from the Giants causing a certain amount of laxness in the Phoenix defence. And they need to settle down to put their foot on the ball in soccer parlance. Hayes to Alan Jordan. North spins, turns, hits the ring, and on the third attempt, it's Sayers who tips in. And the lead is up to over 20 again. Turn from oneless, but he's under pressure, hits the ring, and eventually
nothing's going.
It's out with Sayers again. Alan Jordan on the ball. Drops down into first gear. Hayes. Beautiful pass in from there. Just waited for Alan Jordan to arrive. And there was just no defender anywhere near him.
Just half a step got on the wrong side of his defender. Here we go.
Wanted one for the show reel there, and they managed to mess it up.
Not on the same page at all.
Yeah.
Coach Thomas not happy with that either.
No.
A little bit of a scrappy end to the finish, to the end of this game.
Yeah, there's absolutely no need to go for the YouTube basket there. Really, they could have done the easy thing there, and it would have been further beyond and the Giants. Now, still, I think, postponing the inevitable.
The game's done and dusted. But Coach Thomas wants them to keep them onto their work for full 40, and rightly so, because they've got some big games coming on in the next week, and they need to keep concentrating for the full 40 in them as well. Can't see them have any more blowouts before the end of the season.
No, not at all.
Not on this side anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe on the wrong side of him, hopefully not. But oh, what a great step from Dijon. Danced in and around the Giants' defence to lift it in.
It's into Granic. Makes himself some space.
Nice points from Dijon, bring the ton up.
It's with Hayes. Hits the ring. And it's Sayers again on the rebound. We're into the last minute. Hits the ring. Don't bother rebounding. And Torrey Butler comes away again.
And taking the charging foul.
For defensive foul. And takes a seat. And Bankovic will replace him for the last 43 seconds.
It was a rotten afternoon for him and the Giants. Certainly could spell the end to the Giants season, this loss here this afternoon.
Yeah, with only Leicester to come.
That's it. They're going to drop down the ratings. The big point as well as the 2 points that the Phoenix will have gained today is their head-to-head, which we mentioned at the top of the show.
That's Roosevelt Davis attempting to, I think, pull up the mouth guard from Daniel Knowles' mouth.
So that's going to relegate the Giants down below Phoenix after this game tonight. Oh, the Giants do have the head-to-head on Bristol down at the in the scrap for the final playoff spot, so that could be vital to them as well. They're still that keeps them 2 points ahead of Bristol with that crucial head-to-head.
Knoll gets the second. 20 seconds to go. Davis gives the ball to Latinovic, who decides that will do, thank you.
It's going to be enough.
And he just dribbles out the clock. And the Phoenix take the impressive victory by 102 points to 80. Crucial in there, and hopes for or attempts for a playoff place. Gives them the head-to-head and a valuable 2 points.
Caps a superb performance this afternoon from the Cheshire Phoenix.
Off the back of some outstanding three-point shooting from Daniel Knoll in the early part of the game. And I think compounded by baskets at crucial times.
Absolutely.
And 3 pointers from Latinovic, 2 or 3 at crucial times, just when the Giants appeared to be pulling it back. And also, I think, a fourth quarter display by Lewis Sayers, who must have picked up 4 or 5 rebounds just in that quarter at crucial times and occasions to completely take the momentum away from the Giants as they tried to get it back. And I don't suppose for 1 second the Phoenix thought that they were cruising, but looking back at it in the cold light of day, once they took control, they didn't really feel much like giving it up, and they stayed at it for all 40 minutes, and they got exactly what they merited at the end of the day.
Absolutely, all that hard work was done in the first half, particularly the first quarter. They came out absolutely flying. Gave Giants absolutely nothing in that first spell, and that just set the tone for the afternoon. And it got a little bit scrappy towards the end, but let's say all the hard work was done, and Ben Thomas must be very, very pleased because the chips were down today. They had to perform, and he came out and did a superb performance, led by Daniel Knoll, 28 points on the day.
And looking forward to the rest of the weekend, where there's some absolutely crucial encounters taking place. There's a match that's important for Leicester Riders. If they have any chance of pipping the Lions for it, they have to beat Wolves later on today. And London City Royals will play Scorchers, and Scorchers don't really have anything to play for. But London City Royals have got caught up in the logjam a bit in the playoff places, so they really want to make sure that they get that. If you happen to be a Phoenix supporter, you would quite like Scorchers to get one over on the Royals there, to increase the possibilities. Then on Sunday, Surrey again play against Glasgow. Now, Glasgow have been a revelation since the turn of the year, and they're I would think odds on to be a playoff player. Then there's the Southwest Derby, final one of the season, Plymouth Raiders against Bristol Flyers, which if you're a Phoenix supporter, you'd like both of them to lose that if it was possible, but one of them will win, I have no doubt about that.
Giants as well, because they're going to say they've got the head-to-head on Bristol, so they're 2 points ahead of them so far, so they'll be looking for a Plymouth win there, I think. And
Riders will look to make it a double winning weekend, and then on Easter Monday, the only game on is Phoenix go down to a London Lions team, which may very well be champions by then. So there's something in every single one of those games this weekend. So you want to be
three more games to go today yet as well this evening. Newcastle Eagles are again at home to Surrey Scorchers. Sheffield Sharks at home to London City Royals. So that could carry on Royals' dismal run quite conceivably. And Worcester Wolves take on Bristol Flyers, who we've talked about a couple of times. So there's plenty happening this weekend. Catch it all on livebasketballtv.com.
yeah, get yourself looking at one of those games. So that's it from here. Plenty more left in the season. Keep an eye on it. Thank you very much for listening and watching.
Goodbye from us, and enjoy the rest of your Easter weekend.
Yes,